I would like to repeat and recognize the protocol list and adopt it as my own. But I want to give special recognition to the former parliamentarians who are here today and to the Speaker of the OECS House of Assembly, who is also a former parliamentarian, Renee Batiste. And I recognize her in particular because we are blessed to have one current and two former ministers of tourism here today. And each of them, during their time in office, contributed to this very important vision, not only of the Argyle International Airport, but having direct flights from North America that we're celebrating today. So I want to thank Renee Batiste and Glenn Beach and now Cess for standing on each other's shoulders to achieve this wonderful event today. And what a great day it is. I mean, how happy are we in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to say that as of Heroes Day this year, we will have direct, non-stop flights from John F. Kennedy into Argyle International Airport. I want to thank Caribbean Airlines for partnering with the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines on this historic achievement. As others have indicated, CAL was one of the first planes to land at Argyle International Airport on February 14th last year. And since then, they have cooperated with us in bringing the ATR to have a seamless transition from St. Vincent to Trinidad and onwards to New York as an interim measure before we brought this direct flight. And even though it's been a little longer in coming than I thought, I didn't know that two people who wanted to get together, like the government and CAL, would take this long to get together because the will was on both sides. But good things come to those who wait, and I think we have today an optimal arrangement. We have the weekly flight from CAL, we have an additional flight coming in July and August, and we have seamless transfers via the ATR for the rest of the week. So CAL has been an important and indispensable partner in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with our tourism efforts so far, and I want to thank them for coming here and being here with us today. This year, 2018, marks the first full year of operation of the Argyle International Airport. We started last year, but we didn't have a full year of operation under our belt. This is our first year in operation. And already, we have flights, scheduled flights, from two North American destinations, Toronto and now JFK. Other airports, if you look at the history, other airports in the Caribbean took many years before they can reach where Argyle International Airport has already reached. And that's testament not only to the hard work of our tourism personnel, but to the magnificence of the Argyle International Airport and the magnificence of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a tourist destination. We have, well, tell me, is there another Caribbean destination that can offer you the quality of sailing and yachting that we have in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the multi-island nature of the destination, the ecotourism that the destination offers, the history that the destination offers, going all the way back since Heroes Day is coming up, of our triumphs as a Garifuna, and indeed the magnificent culture of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I noticed the Minister of Culture spoke earlier and didn't mention a little thing called Vincy Mass. But we know that between Heroes Day and 9 Mornings, and the best carnival outside of Trinidad and Tobago, certainly, we have a number of things to offer to any traveler who wants to come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And the one thing that was missing was that direct connection to the destination. Coming to St. Vincent and the Grenadines before the Argyle International Airport and before CAL's involvement really was a labor of love. If you were not a Vincentian living in the diaspora, you had to ask yourself, if you really wanted to go through the trouble of coming to St. Vincent. If you really wanted to fly to Barbados or Trinidad or St. Lucia or Puerto Rico and wait a number of hours and then take a connection into E.T. Joshua. And if you were a member of the Caribbean diaspora, not a Vincentian, but you are a member of the Caribbean diaspora and you wanted to come down to maybe experience 9 mornings or Carnival, but you only had 4 days off from your job in New York, you had to wonder if it was worth it for you to spend a day traveling coming and a day traveling going to enjoy 2 days or 3 days of the destination. Now those questions and those problems are being swept away by CAL, by the Argyle International Airport, and by the Minister of Tourism. And we expect that once those impediments have been removed, we are going to see upward movement in our tourism numbers coming out of New York. The number of people who are excited about tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines this year far exceeds the hospitality sector. We have here in the room today taxi operators, tour operators, we have event promoters, we have entertainers, we have cultural ambassadors, we have people who are only tangentially related, you would think, to tourism. All of them are excited about the possibilities that tourism holds for St. Vincent and the Grenadines this year. Last year, our cruise ship arrivals were up over 75%, and anybody who comes to Villa Beach when a cruise ship is in town will tell you the difference that makes to the economy and the livelihoods of Vincentians. There's a gentleman, when a cruise ship is not in port, he sells mangoes and papa and pumpkin up at the Gap coming down to Villa. And when a cruise ship is in port, he rents beach chairs to cruise passengers for $10 US a chair. And he tells me that if it's a small ship or if it's a ship filled with Germans, he makes about 350 US for his day. And if it's a big ship or a ship filled with English people, he makes about 500 to 600 US for the day, which is a little better than selling mangoes on the main road at the Gap to come down to Villa. And telecom operators tell me that when people get off the cruise ship and they make that one call to tell their friends back in Germany or England that they're in St. Vincent and tweet that one photograph, they tell me that their roaming charges and their income is up exponentially because of the increased tourism. And in the Grenadines, yachting tourism is up close to double digits. And we know we have the best sailing waters in the Caribbean here. And the businesses that spin off of that yachting tourism and marinas and taking care of yachts, it has exponential spin-offs and is an important engine for growth and development in the country. All of these exciting tourism possibilities rely on direct flights to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from major destinations. Very soon, the family or the man or the woman that wants to take a yacht down to the Tobago Keys isn't going to get off of his boat in St. Lucia or Grenada and take a yacht to the Keys. He'll fly into Argyle, directly from New York, directly from Toronto, directly from some of the other destinations that I know we'll announce soon, and get on his yacht here in St. Vincent and sail down to the Grenadines. And the cruise ship passenger who doesn't want to do a 2-week cruise will fly to St. Vincent and the Grenadines directly on his Caribbean Airlines flight and catch the cruise in the middle instead of coming all the way from Europe, and do a 1-week cruise. And that will be made possible by the airport and by Caribbean Airlines. The spin-offs, the possibilities that present themselves because of this connection are very exciting. We're happy that Cal is here. We're happy that they have already agreed, because they're a Caribbean airline and they understand the importance of Carnival probably more than anyone. They've already agreed to add that extra Carnival flight. And once they are here and coming for Carnival, we'll do our best to keep them coming more than once a week. We have had today very exciting developments and conversations with the potential new managers and operators for the Bocamet Bay Resort. So I can report that that is proceeding apace and should open this year definitely. We're having very exciting conversations with a major hotel brand out of the United States that's coming to explore some possibilities with us. And we hope to get them as part of our hotel expansion. Hotel ground is being broken on the leeward side. Hotels are being expanded and improved in the Grenadines. Hotels are being expanded and improved right here on mainland St. Vincent. And all of that is a bet on the future, a bet on increased traffic into the Argyle International Airport, a bet on Caribbean Airlines doing magnificent work here for us in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a bet on the future. And it's an easy bet. It's a safe bet, because we have a tourism product second to none anywhere in the Caribbean. All we need to do is improve and increase the access to this destination. So that is the critical important thing that we're here to celebrate today. I want to recognize and thank the representatives of the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela and the government of the Republic of Taiwan for the magnificent work they've done to build the airport largely and partnering with the government. And I want to thank everyone involved at Caribbean Airlines. I know that there were some administrative changes within the Caribbean Airlines structure that delayed this announcement slightly, but I know the goodwill was always there, the intention was always there, the energy was always there. And we expect a full flight on Heroes Day, coming and going. We expect full flights for the rest of March, April, May. We expect double full flights in July and August. We expect full flights for 9 mornings and Christmas. And we expect this relationship to be a successful one, to grow from strength to strength, and to be the entree into other flights from other destinations with other tourists coming to enjoy the most magnificent tourist destination anywhere in the Caribbean. So thank you to Cal, thank you to the Ministry of Tourism, thank you to Glenn Beach and his team, thank you to all of you who have waited long for this day. Now we begin to see the fruits of this investment, and tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines is poised for really an exciting and spectacular takeoff. So enjoy the night, thank you very much, and thanks to Cal.